many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Father, we don't need
Louis, you know, I remember when the Mets brought you up into City Field as a young guy. And you remember that time
Yeah,
coming up when they brought you up?
it's not too long ago. I mean, I had my little time, but it hasn't been that long, so I remember that. You know, it was good times.
And now coming into the Angels, you consider a veteran. And then how does that feel? Do you look at the new guys and you say, man, I went through that process?
I mean, yeah, you know, it's something different here than the teams I've been with New York, where I was always, you know, at the bottom in the sense of time, in the sense of, you know, I think my first time when I came up, my first year, it was Jay Bruce was still there. Jose, I remember sitting on the bench. I looked left at Jose Reyes. I looked right. It was Jose Bautista, and I said, "What the hell am I doing here?" But here, you know, when I got traded, I come over and I see the guys where now I'm one of the guys with the most time, especially the position players, and it's a little difference in the sense of I enjoy it too in this sense, just because I get to help other people now. I get to pass along things that I learned in the past few years that I got lucky to learn from more of the veteran guys. So it's good.
Now, baseball obviously is changing. It's a fast-moving game. Is it different from when you were coming up to what it is now?
I mean, I'm sure there's little differences, but I think when you're in the game, still you don't notice it. I'm sure the day eventually when I retire and see the difference when I first came up to the day I'm done, it'll be a lot different.
You know, they're always talking about winning attitude, right? And is it when you're young, you just want to win, but I think that there's a difference between a winning attitude and just winning a game. Is that what being or restructuring the team is all about?
I mean, I think so. I mean, I think guys will, you know, they start to learn what I guess you could say
The
it's,
preparation and
yeah, like what winning really amounts to, like what you need to do to win. It's not just winning 3, 4 games in a row and then losing the next 7. You know, it's about you might just win. It's just about winning the series. Maybe it's just about winning 2 out of 3 every time. It's not just winning 6 in a row and then losing 5. Like, oh, we did well last week, but we sucked this one. It is what it is. No, it's about being the same every time.
and coming from a player that's always had a scrap to get to get what he's gotten. When you see a new guy coming up with all the bonus and the the baggage that comes with it, is it hard to approach the guy and say, look, man, this is the way this is the way it has to be played?
I don't think so, because a lot of guys, at least from what I've seen on this team right now, is that they know what it takes to be up here. Has it been a little easier for them? I think everybody knows that that's a fact. It's just the way it is. You know, it's not just in baseball, it's in every facet of the world. If you bring more money into a company, you get easier treatment. It's not easier treatment, but you go about it easier. It's in the sense of they don't realize how fast it could really change, right? They don't know what it takes to be consistently out there every day because you got it easy. They don't understand yet how fast it could be taken away from you. What I mean that is in the sense of playing every day to, you know, there's a lot of things that go into it that I think you learn after your first or second year, whether you're a first rounder or you're a guy that was in my situation, whether you're the guy or not the guy. 1 year doesn't mean anything because a lot of guys have done it for one season
And you never hear from them again.
yeah. So it's something that after your first, second year, I think that's when you really go, okay, who am I? What do I have to do? And how do I go about it doing?
And what I got to do to stay
Yeah,
here.
you gotta know who you are and how you are to that team.
Now, playing for Washington has been a different approach to the game.
I don't think so because I think, you know, he's from the same era with Buck. I have Buck for the past 2 years in New York, so I think that gets you a little more ready to the way they are. They're more old school. So also got to remember my first 2 managers in the big leagues were first-year managers, and I went from first-year managers to Buck Showalter. I had Snit for a little bit this year and Wash. So I think having the Showalter to the Wash made it a lot easier. Not that there's nothing wrong with them, but just the way they want stuff done, the way they handle things.
And you cool with that, right? Because you.
I'm fine with that. I mean, like I said, it's at the end of the day, it's what they want. They're the managers, and you're gonna do what you gotta do.
Hey, listen, man. You know what? If I had anything to do with it, if I was managing, you'd be my second baseman, man.
Yeah.
And day in and day out.
Like I said, it is what it is. Not everybody is supposed to be a superstar. There's guys that contribute to this game without being out there every day, whether it's on the field or off the field. I mean, we got plenty of guys in this team that have been here for a long time. We've never seen them as superstars, you know. Like, to me, I played with Kevin Pillar for a few years in New York.
That's right.
And there he is, 10 years.
Oh.
You have guys like Strickland, he has 7 years in the big leagues. Like, there's guys they're really, really good, but you've never seen those names like that blown up. But they stick around for a reason.
You need the Guillorme.
They stick around for a reason.
Uh-huh. Now, how is it playing behind Ben Joyce, man? That's got to be a nice treat for you.
It's fun, especially when you got to play the shift behind
You don't
second
play-
base and
you-
you're
you
just
don't-
behind them. You see that ball just go.
You don't play catch with him.
It just goes. Yeah, no, I stay away from that. Let him throw himself. Every time we put a pick or we practice on picks, that's when I get scared.
Hey, man, like I told you before, man, it's an honor to see you. I'm
Pleasure.
glad you're
Thank you.
here in the Major League. You stay here for a long time, man.
We'll see.
Oh,
No problem.
answer, for only love can conquer. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving. Oh, yeah, yeah. Take it nice, take it sight, punish me with brutality. Talk to me, honey, so you can see what's going on. What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. Woo! Come on, man. Woo!
Soy Jennifer Tavera, quiero que se suscriban al canal Las 5 Esquinas.
Hey, hey, hey.